Got to grind before you can shine, but always remember it takes a little time. Yep, I told you I wanted to talk to you truckers. I don't know how many of you listen to me, but this is what I want to do, will attempt to do. If you weren't, listen to me, if you weren't driving before 2008, if you weren't driving before 2008, I'd really appreciate it if you listened to me. I really would. I recently heard people saying that, hey, it's no more teaching about trucking on the YouTube. You know, we're teaching, but they're not teaching. Now, I don't want to use the word rookie, because I remember when I started off a couple of weeks ago, I didn't like that word. And being that you youngsters have changed all the other words, you're no longer telling a lie, you capping. You're no longer a bitch, you just a guy that likes to suck dick. You know, you don't want to be handsome, you want to be pretty and cute. So you'd have changed all these things for you. So can the old man change a word? I want to change a word from rookie to not that experienced. Okay. Now, this is what I want to do. I want to use a few scenarios in hopes to get your attention to what I'm trying to talk to you about with this trucking thing. If you were about to sell drugs, who would you want to get information from? Someone that's been selling drugs maybe a couple of weeks? Or someone that's been selling drugs for years? Who would you want to get the information from? If, unfortunately, you know, bad shit happened to you, got caught up, lied on, whatever, and you had to go to prison, who would you want to explain to you how to survive in prison? A person that's been there 2 weeks, a year, or someone that's been down 15, 20 years? Who would you want? Okay? Now, let's take that same type of scenario and go with the trucking. You want to know about trucking. Social media is available, so you're looking and things. You're doing your due diligence. Now, who do you want to follow and listen to in trucking, about trucking? Someone that's just started trucking? Someone that never owned a truck? Someone that's got a gift of gab and they look cool on YouTube and they got a bunch of followers and things, and inside their comments they saying you the realest and I learned everything from you, but they haven't been driving that long? Who would you listen to? And see, that's what has happened to a lot of you that discouraged about trucking, giving it up and all of this. Several reasons. One, you didn't have reasonable expectations. Two, you learned from a motherfucking moron. Three, you learned from a fake. Four, you learned from a motherfucker that didn't know his ass from third base. Five, all the fucking above. See, I never wanted to pigeonhole myself on any particular topic or anything, you know. Grown folks channel, talk about what I want to. But I see so many negative things now about the trucking. I see guys that claim that they only been trucking 2 or 3 years, but they're in authority how trucking is going to shit. This is why I say, if you weren't driving before 2008, you don't know about what's going on right now. You got people that's been driving 2, 3, 4 years, and they talking about the world's coming to an end. All the trucking industry, it just ain't what it used to be. Motherfucker, if you ain't been driving for 4 years, you don't know what the trucking industry used to be anyway. If you ain't been driving for 5 years, you don't know what the fuck trucking is doing. If you haven't been driving before 2008, now what? OG, why you keep bringing up about 2008? Because before this crisis here, that was the last crisis. That the gas prices was goddamn astronomical and motherfuckers was losing their trucks, their homes, and every goddamn thing. Between me and you, that's when I lost my house. Yes. But see, the one thing about not so experienced people, and it's common, you gravitate towards what you like. You gravitate towards what you like to hear. Listen to what I said. What you need to hear, but what you like to hear. That's with these people with these different churches and shit like this. They go to particular churches because they like what they hear. But most of them don't ever hear what they need to hear. Huh? What I say? See, everybody's gonna jump on the channel when a motherfucker say you make $50,000 a week. You know what I mean? Everybody's gonna jump on the channel when they tell you that being an owner operator is stupid. They're gonna jump on the channel when they say being a lease operator is stupid. Company drive is stupid. But all of these things have been existing forever. Not everybody that's a company driver wants to be an owner operator or wants to be a lease driver. They're comfortable in their circumstances, their situation. Being a company driver is good for them. They're good with that. So why do people want to shit on them? Lease drive, you won't like this because it's coming from me for one thing, but leasing, listen carefully what I'm saying. Leasing isn't set up for you to win. I did not say that you can't win leasing. I say it's not set up for you to win. It's a difference. It's a difference. There are some guys that are leasing and have leased and they have succeeded and they are successful. You know what I mean? Owner operators. Real owner operators are like farmers. Yep, they're like farmers. Every year they don't get a good crop. Sometimes it's too much flooding. Sometimes you got these motherfucking beetles and different things that fuck up the goddamn farming. But a real farmer keeps farming. And what he looks for is what happened to the crop this year so I can prevent it from happening next year. Now, if something happened next year that he hasn't experienced, what is he gonna do? He needs to prepare for the following year and include all those things that he done learned. See, what most of you were taught and been learning from these gurus is that all the money you can make. Oh, don't take no cheap loads. Oh, yeah, all this shit. But guess what? I haven't heard anybody telling any of you motherfuckers. They never talk to you about saving for when them fucked up times come. They don't talk about saving. And then I remember, and I ain't gonna call no name, bear no blame, but I remember when I first started on the YouTube, oh my God. Ooh, Woo, it was so many goddamn gurus. But I listened to things that they said right out of the gate. I'm not in this for long term. And that's cool. That's cool. You know, that's cool. But when I hear that, what that tells me, you don't have a love for trucking. You don't have a love for it. All you motherfuckers out there right now, all of you, you done had a bitch that done broke your heart. You done had a bitch that done played you. You done had a bitch that done lied to you. You done had a bitch that done cheated on you. Most of you motherfuckers still with her. But anyway, those of you that lost the bitch and things, your desire to have someone, your desire and love for fucking, what are you doing? Since you got your heart broke, or since the bitch cheated on you or walked away from it, whatever, you don't fuck bitches no more? You still fucking. Why? You love it. So you keep on looking. You're hoping each time you choose a bitch choose you, this will be the right one. You know what I mean? But if you consistently go to the club to get a bitch, you can't expect to get a better bitch than the one before. You might get one that look better, but she's the same motherfucker. And that's that thing with this trucking. See, each time I've had a truck, I did wrong coming out the gate. Each time. I came out the gate with no money. I hadn't saved no money. And one of the first times I was making plenty of money, I didn't save shit. I want the Benz. I want the bling bling. I want to have different bitches. You know what I mean? And then when the turbo went out, that bling bling ain't gonna pay for it. Them hoes ain't gonna pay for it. I didn't save. The next time I jumped out, I was going to save, but I didn't. I hadn't saved. And so when problems arose with the truck, now I'm playing catch up. Every week something's happening. And that ridiculous idea that a lot of people have about old trucks, because they didn't see, new is the thing. But new, I remember a DOT officer telling me that they could shut down a brand new truck just came out the assembly line. They can find something wrong with it. The young people that I see that be making it in trucking is retired D-boys, retired street hustling motherfuckers. Because those that been selling dope, they don't wait till they done sold all the dope and then want to scramble for the re-up money. They already got it. You know what I mean? So when you hear people talk about they don't teach it anymore, it ain't that they ain't teaching. You listen to the wrong motherfucker. And when you have someone, now, just with my old ass, that's just with me. You know, everything I say is obsolete. It don't mean nothing. But even at my good times, what did I tell you I would do? If I lost everything, I'd go to work for somebody else, save my money, and do what? Get another motherfucking truck. Why do you want to be an owner operator? Is it for the title? Is it for the money? Is it for bragging rights? What is it? What's the reason? Why do you want to be a lease operator? Why do you want to be a company driver? Can't nobody answer that but you. Let me tell you why I want to be an owner operator. I want to be my own boss. I can count my own goddamn money. I can save my own motherfucking money. Oh, man, there's so much overhead and things like this. But some of those same people, I bet you they got a mortgage. I bet you they got a mortgage. They got things that gonna go wrong with their house. They got to fix that. Wash and dry go out. You have a sewer problem. Any of those things. You got to take care of that. But you work and save, put that money over to the side for the anticipation of not is it gonna happen, but when. And this is what I never did since I've been trucking. I never put money up. I remember when I got a check, I think it was $13,000. $13,000. I went from Lower Mississippi to Washington State, $13,000. In my mind, all $13,000, that's my money. That's mine. Save? What? Save? Was that a bitch name or something? Save? You know what I mean? So many of you always talk about old motherfucker as a put down. Do you think I was born old, motherfucker? If you keep laying down and getting up, sooner or later, old age gonna show up. But even with me, I have a trucking mentor younger than me. Yes, sir. Been in the game a long time. I think I told you, real truckers, old heads, they would call me a steering wheel holder. Why? Because I can't work on my own truck. But I don't hear any teachings with these gurus about knowing how to fix majority of your own stuff. They just talk about to getting the money, to getting the money, to getting the money, to getting the money, to getting the money. Most of you that are ready to quit or done quit, you don't know what a good rate is. Your good rate is based on what your favorite YouTuber says is a good rate. I did this before. If you live in, they say no put down in the dirty or whatever, your living expenses is gonna be cheaper than living out here in Cali. Cali, right now, the fuel is $6. I was just in New Jersey, New Mexico, Arkansas. I was all through there. I found a place in Texas, the fuel was $3.98. Cali, motherfucker, would drop dead for that kind of thing. So, if I made $1,500 this week, and you made $1,500 and was living where the fuel was like was that cheap, your net is gonna be higher than mine, because I had to come out $6 for a gallon of fuel, while you pay $3.98 for a gallon of fuel. So I can't afford to do a load for $150 with fuel prices being $6 a gallon. But you living there, you could do that load. We ain't talking about continuously running like that, but you could do that load. You know what I'm saying? It's motherfuckers out here paying rent, R-E-N-T, rent, $2,400 a month. Some are $3,000. Now you think about where you at if you're in the dirty. In a nice apartment, you're not paying that much. And the fuel gonna be cheaper. So this is what I want to say so I don't bore you to death. Instead of saying people aren't teaching, you might want to consider you listen to the wrong teachers. And for those that really fuck with me, those of you that really fuck with me, you feel that the old man got something to say, let me tell you what's better than the internet, YouTube, and all of that. It's finding an experienced motherfucker through trial and tribulation, through errors and things, that he or she will talk with you. You ask questions. Those of you that's relying on these ones that telling you the world's coming to an end, you grown, you gonna do whatever you want to do. I'm gonna keep trucking. So keep hitting them switches. Keep it between the right lines and out them motherfucking ditches. Hey, all sickness ain't death, all goodbyes aren't gone, and all shut-eyes sure aren't sleep. Only the strong survive. It's up to you if you choose to be weak. They say blacker the berry, sweeter the juice. I see any motherfucker that don't treat you right, cut they motherfucking ass loose. Stay up, stay strong. Always stay a motherfucking man, and always stay a motherfucking woman. And I'm gonna keep trucking.
Pigpen, for sure. By golly, it's clean, clear to Taco Town. Yeah, we definitely got us the front door, good buddy. Mercy sakes alive, looks like we got us a convoy.
Arizona, noon on the 7th of June, when they highballed over the pass. Bulldog Mac with a Canon back and a Jaguar hauling ass. He's 10 on the floor, stroking bores, seat cover starting to gain. Now Beaver, you were trucking with a rubber duck, and I'm about to pull a plug on your drain.
You motherfuckers don't learn nothing because all you want to do is look at a bitch with a little short skirt on getting in out of the truck. That bitch don't know how to do nothing but to fuck. You want to learn something, get it from the motherfuckers that got it out of the mud.